So I gave in to my children's desires and will now attempt to assemble the 15-foot Pure Fun trampoline. It's great bounce action and it's fun for the whole family. Alright, this is it with the cover off. Apparently step one is to figure out how on earth am I going to do this. And everything laid out. How did I get all that in the box? Step one, lay out the frame on the giant hole where last year's pool was. So step two seems simple enough because you're just going to take these T-sections, you put them over the frame railing, but then you got to put this tube on here. And their method for doing it is to use this thing to compress them. And I don't think there was a tool more poorly suited to compress two pieces of metal together than this. So my advice on this step, that goes, and real tools need to appear. So the next step is just putting just the pieces of the frame together. Should be easy. Of course we said that about the last step. And then for every two frame sections, you put in one leg section, or the bottom legs, but you gotta hope and pray that you got the T to line up, which we never did. And then it's just a matter of putting all the frame sections together. Oh, well, that's done. That was miserable. Boy, getting the last two together, there's one strategy: brute force. What? And 3 adults. And now, endless spring construction. Adding the springs wasn't hard, but it was monotonous. But it's done. So what remains is the safety net, which seems like a simple enough thing at the end, having done everything else, but all this has to go together somehow. So this part isn't too bad, just 2 poles go together. Once the 2 poles are together, just wrap them in a cover. For each of the 10 poles, they need a spacer, they need a U-bolt, they need a bracket, yeah, a bracket, and then it's got to be bolted on. So 10 more of these to go. Be done in no time. 20 clamps completed, 1 major piece remaining, the net. First step is you're just hooking it over the top of the pole, and then the base hook just goes underneath and back onto the trampoline. It's 4 hours of my life I'll never get back. Doing it again, I wish I had read the instructions for the step I was on, plus the next step. It probably would have cleared up a lot of the problems, but all in all it went okay. So there's one last of course important test before we let kids go on it. Actually, just work the springs out, I guess. Alright, is it working good enough?
Yeah, get out!
Get out? I built it! I paid for it! It's mine!
Get out!
Alright, I suppose I suppose this is the real test. There is a lot of spring in that mat, so we'll see how it holds up. Of course, the big fear is the first windstorm that comes, and this thing is airborne, but we'll see. It'll be fun till it blows away. All right, let's see how high you can go. Good stuff.